All right, folks. Welcome back to Kings of Opinion, episode 135. We had a little brief hiatus last week. It was actually sort of nice to enjoy the crazy snowstorm, right?
Yeah, it was, we had some snow and then it got really cold and the snow's still here.
Yeah,
Much.
and like all of the snow is still here.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I saw that sanitation was actually out with like the bulldozers and whatnot, picking up snow and dumping them into trucks. But
I saw that yesterday.
yeah, they need to be doing that around the clock. Like there's so much snow out there, and you're right. It's been so cold that the last 2 days when it's been just above freezing, it's felt like a totally normal winter. But there's still salt everywhere. There's snow. People are parking like jerks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you drive around this area, like some people are literally parked in their driveway, but half on the street.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like they're blocking their driveway from, I guess, getting plowed in, but now it makes no sense. Like you should back into your driveway so that the plows could take these giant mounds of snow off.
Yeah, it's a mess out there for sure.
100%.
And I guess the timing probably wasn't great too. It ended Sunday night, so I think a lot of people probably didn't get out there until Monday, and everything was frozen by then.
Oh yeah, I made sure like I didn't go anywhere. Like, so I watched the football games, which we'll talk about in a minute here. But like at the start of the first game, I went outside and shoveled around my car and the front of the car because they were actually plowing. Like the Parkway to State Street were plowing the driveways and what have you, and I was just like, okay, let me get out there, let me clear the snow so that when I go to work, I could just pull out.
Yeah.
And I was out there again at the beginning of the second game for like 45 minutes, doing it again because they obviously it kept snowing like crazy, and they kept plowing, so they covered my front of my car in snow again, and it was unreal. And I then. Thankfully, after that, they were done plowing. It's almost like they gave up for the night. Like after 8 o'clock, they didn't do it anymore. Yeah. Because once I cleared my stuff, it stayed clear to the next morning. And then I wind up seeing that while I'm away, they dumped massive amounts of snow in my spot. And I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to park there now? You know what I mean? So I wound up calling them. And I was like, listen, I'm coming home, and I didn't even get nobody. They never really answer the phone. They know if it's important, they'll call you back when they get the message, because then I guess they're not always in the office. Right. But they didn't call me back or whatever, but they must have heard the message because, not that I was mean or anything, but I was like, yo, guys, you got to plow out my parking spot because you literally just threw, like 100 pounds of snow in my spot, and I'm going to have nowhere to park. And thankfully they did before I got home, so that was actually kind of nice because
that's good.
I would not have been able to. I would have parked it right in front of my spot and just left it there because I would have not have been able to remove all that snow. That
was a lot of snow.
Did you have to do any shoveling?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like yourself, I timed it up pretty good though. I went out, I think around noon, or like somewhere around there.
Okay.
Did the first round. Then I went out again at like 4:30, did another round. So then the next morning, I went out at like 7, and it wasn't too bad.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I mean, it still took me 2 hours, to get the cars out and to the driveway. Obviously, the driveway is always killer when they plow.
I feel like...
but, if I didn't, do it like how I did, it would have really sucked.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like you did it right, and I feel like no matter what was going on, it was taking people 2 hours to dig out cars, etc., driveways, whatever, because there was just so much snow, and it was killing my back and arms. Like I had to take breaks like every couple minutes. I was like, oof. I was like, this was rough, dude.
I definitely wasn't walking on Monday.
No walk for you on Monday?
So I was feeling it.
Oh man, 100%. I mean, that's, to be fair, that's good exercise, dude.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But damn, I could deal without it. I wouldn't mind one more snowstorm, but not something like that. I don't know. I think they said we got around like 14 inches of snow.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was a lot. And upstate got even more. They were calling for like in the 20s. And I was like, oof, Jesus. But all's good.
Yeah, it's been a real winter. For sure.
100%, and it's been freezing. We get a couple days break, but then it's going to go right back to being super cold.
I think just the weekend, though. So.
Yeah, for at least for now. I didn't check next week, but Saturday, Sunday is definitely going to be cold, and it's right around the corner. And it's great. Like, you know, it's Super Bowl week. This is it. We're finally here.
That's it.
And
one game left.
Yeah, and I mean, by now everyone knows who's in the Super Bowl. It's the Seahawks and the Patriots. But because of the snowstorm, were you able to watch these games and just hang around and catch some of this stuff?
I watched a little bit of the first game.
You poor soul.
I watched. I would say most of the first half. Not really a lot going on, although, Stidham was making some plays, keeping them in the game, as well as, the defense. And then I think I went out, and then when I came back in, it was like the end of the game, and they just needed to get a first down, which they did, and the Patriots hung on.
Yeah, that was a brutal game. I think the most memorable thing of that game was how that snowstorm in Denver came through. Because it was like the third quarter, and like the field was green, it was fine, and then like by the fourth quarter, it was like they were shoveling the lines and the end zones and the first down markers. I was like, this snow is crazy. And I'm like, once that snow came in, you knew it was going to be tough for Denver to win. The fact that they kept it so close was amazing to me. Denver's defense was the real deal, but the Patriots, like you said, like they just had that one extra field goal and they won this game 10-7. And, the whole game was, like, I watched pretty much the entire game, you know what I mean? Because I think I shoveled right before that game started so that I could catch the beginning of the game.
Right.
And I was literally, I think I might have fallen asleep at some point. It was so bad. Neither team could really do anything. I mean, Stidham, like, early looked good and threw that touchdown, but then after that, it was like nothing, you know what I mean? Like, and then the field goal kickers, like, they were missing field goals left and right. And, like, in the fourth quarter, I understood it because the weather was crazy.
Right.
But even before then, that, like, they were just awful, It was a bad game. I definitely thought we were going to see a much better game. We did not. But the second game lived up to the hype, right?
Yeah, I didn't, I only watched a little bit from the first half, because it was on a little later. But I did hear and see that it was pretty much a shootout down the stretch.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a really good game. Let's put it that way. It's kind of hard for me to remember exactly how everything was going, but it seemed like neither team was going to be stopped until the very end, when the Seahawks finally came away and stopped the Rams. It was everything that I thought it was going to be, which was good. It was high scoring, very close, came down to the wire. Both quarterbacks played great. I don't remember if there was any interceptions or anything like that, or turnovers, because like we're going back almost 2 weeks now. But the breakdown for the quarters, it was like back and forth up until the fourth quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, neither team scored.
Right.
It was just back and forth. So maybe there was some turnovers on downs or interceptions there, but it was great. I'm actually pretty happy for Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people were making the comparisons with the Jets and like how the Jets feel right now. The Patriots are in the Super Bowl, and so Sam Darnold.
I wonder how the Vikings are feeling too.
Well, that's a good point. Like, that's what I've been saying to people. I'm like, he was a legit rookie bum when he was with the Jets, and it's not totally his fault. But it's if you have to place blame, you could blame it on the coaches. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't ready. Maybe it would have been better for him to sit a year or so. But whatever he did, he went to, I think it was Carolina, then San Francisco, and then Minnesota. Minnesota was a team that he won 14 games for and brought them into the playoffs. And I know at the end of his season, it was a rough one for them last year where, who did he lose to? Oh, he lost to the Lions. So he lost the first round bye, which would have been huge for them. and then the next week when he played in the wild card round, he lost. So 2 tough losses, and everyone was saying that his thing was going to be he's not clutch and everything like that. Minnesota let him go. Now he goes to Seattle, and he was really good.
That's an even better year.
Yeah, and he was set up in the same position. He had the last game of the season. He had to play San Fran for the number 1 seed. He beat San Fran, and then
in San Fran.
Yeah, and then the next week he had his playoff game, or I should say 2 weeks later, had his playoff game and won that, and then he won the championship game, and now he's in the Super Bowl. So, I don't know who you're rooting for as far as the Super Bowl is concerned, but I will not root for the Patriots. So I'm going to root for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks to get extract a little revenge on the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean I like Darnold, so I'll root for them. Patriots. I'm not sure if I've ever really rooted for them, but if they win, I'm not going to be mad or anything. So
I'll tell you
I
this.
don't really have a dog in it, but I do think Darnold's a good player.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I don't have really a dog in this either. I'm just going to root for the Seahawks because I can't root for the Tom Brady-less Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say for sure if I ever rooted for the Patriots, even when Tom Brady was there. I don't know. It might have been the year where they were undefeated and they were playing the Giants, and it was just to see history.
Right.
That might have been the only time I actually rooted for them.
Okay.
But they didn't,
It probably wasn't easy for you.
No, not that it wasn't easy. If they were 16 and if they were 15-1,
right.
I'd go with the Giants all day.
Right.
My whole point is, those perfect seasons don't come around often. So if they could complete it, and I say I saw it, that's something cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Historical.
Right. So if I did root for them, that would have been the only year. Other than that, I don't think I would have rooted for them.
The exception.
Right. So I don't really care. What I really care about in this game is, please don't let it be a dud like it was, like the Super Bowl. What was it? The Patriots and Rams,
right?
Where it was like 13-3 or something like that, or 10, whatever it was. Pretty sure it was 13-3. But I can't have that. I want this to be somewhat of a high-scoring game, back and forth, almost like what Seattle played with the Rams in. Even though the Patriots don't have an offense like the Rams do all season, but they're another good team and well coached.
Good backs.
Yeah, well coached. You have 2 weeks here to implement stuff. You should be, you should have a pretty solid game plan, and they should be excellent.
Is Seattle favored?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought they might be.
I think they're going off at 5.5 right now. I think it started at 4.5, so it may drop a little bit by the time the game goes on Sunday. But super excited. I'm off the next day, so
nice.
I'm gonna enjoy. I'm gonna be spending my time, and hopefully you'll come along for at least a little bit of the game, so we can have some fun at the brew house. I'm gonna be doing my deep fried turkey over there, so that's gonna be cool.
Hopefully that'll cooking it'll keep you warm.
Yeah, because it's gonna be frigid on Sunday for sure. We just talked about before. They say it's gonna be like 19 degrees, so I'm gonna be outside for a couple hours freezing my balls off. But it's all worth it for the nice deep fried turkey and everything else Ramon makes. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited for all my pools. I'm in a bunch of them, so hopefully I could hit on some of them.
Be nice.
Yeah, and if I could only hit on one, maybe it'd be a really big one, so I make a decent amount of money. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think this game should be to me, the Patriots defense is really good. Seattle's is good defense. They give up points, but they wind up always doing what they're supposed to do to win the game at the end. So I think this is going to be an interesting game. I think as long as Drake May is not super nervous being in the Super Bowl and stays a little calm. Same thing with Darnold, by the way, but more so Drake May, because this is his first run, and I know it's both of them their first Super Bowls, but I'm really more worried about Drake May, and if he's not nervous or just like shakes it off right away, I think that could be a really high scoring game. Like it could be just like the Rams and the Seahawks game. You know what I mean? Where they're gonna go back and forth, back and forth. And I would love to see it. Like get these numbers changing, get them moving. Let's get a lot of people winning some things. All the bets people make, whatever. I'm all about people winning money against the house. But yeah, I'm super stoked to watch this game. It's nice to see two like fresh quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, even though one of them is the Patriots. You know what I mean?
What is this? May's second year, third year?
Second year.
Wow.
Yeah. And this might be Darnold's like 8th or 9th. I'm not sure, but some of those years he wasn't a starter.
Right.
And then other of those years he was a Jet. So you kind of like take away the ones where he's a backup, and also the ones with the Jets because they were just terrible. Did you happen to catch at all what the Pro Bowl has become, by the way?
No.
So first off, the score was 66-52.
Huh.
And I think it was the AFC that one. I might be mistaken, but I do remember this. So I looked it up this morning because I was actually watching something last night, and it's like a 7-on-7 flag football thing now.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like every time I looked up and watched them play, it's like the quarterback would just throw it to the right, like almost like a screen, and then that guy would throw it to somebody else in the end zone. Like every single time I watched the play, that was the play. And I'm like, what is this crap? So then I shut it off. Yeah. And like by the time I shut it off, it was already like 44-32 or something like that. Yeah. And it wasn't even at the half yet. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, not your typical game.
No, I'll tell you this though. I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to do something with this Pro Bowl because like that's the only thing that I feel like the NFL can't figure out. Like everything else they decide is like gold. They go to Madrid, they go to Germany, they go to Brazil, Mexico, wherever they go, makes a ton of money. It's a big spectacle and it's great. And then all the other decisions they make, super great. But this Pro Bowl thing, like I get it. It's like watered down because a lot of people don't even really want to go there anymore. But maybe bringing it back to like always just being in Hawaii or something like that, and then making it maybe, like my suggestion would be is make it after the Super Bowl so that if guys are selected to the Pro Bowl and you're in the Super Bowl, maybe you could still attend because it's the week after the Super Bowl, right?
Right.
And then maybe you could figure out some rules, because I know they don't want to get guys hurt, but like I don't really remember like the old Pro Bowls where they're all padded up, anyone really getting hurt. Like the defense didn't really cover much. It was still a high-scoring game.
Right.
But maybe they could do something to make it a little bit more competitive so that people actually want to go to the Pro Bowl and you could actually see some of the guys that actually deserve it because there were some guys there yesterday that shouldn't have been there. And Sanders being one of them, like, he shouldn't have been there. The guy's thrown 10 interceptions and has 7 touchdowns. I'm like, what? The only reason why he's there is because every other quarterback that was supposed to be there
didn't want to go.
Correct. Or, like Josh Allen was like, had his foot was hurt, he got an injury. Those I understand because those are going to happen in the playoffs and then, you're going to have to take those guys out. But you're telling me you couldn't find anyone else willing to go besides, Shedeur Sanders on the Cleveland Browns?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he only started a few games too, right?
Mm-hmm. So, like, how do you select him to the Pro Bowl? And now, under his bio and his, player reference guide or whatever, he's a Pro Bowl selection. Like, that's ridiculous. At least to me, I don't know. I think they really have to figure that stuff out. I think that's important. So, whatever. But I think the next thing, not that I want to touch about it too much, but there were 10 teams that needed head coaches.
Okay.
And all 10 teams now have the head coaches, and now they're going into the, offensive, defensive coordinators aspects of things. I think the last time we were on the show, we talked about John Harbaugh being fired, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, so I think the news now would be is that he now has a new home, and it's the New York Giants.
Right. Giants fans got to be excited.
Super excited. But then they weren't overly excited of their offensive coordinator pick, which was that guy Nagy. I forget what his first name is, but they're not overly hyped about that. But I feel like you got the head coach you wanted, right? So he's established, Super Bowl winner, made the playoffs a bunch of times. I think you'll be okay with this guy Nagy as long as he can get some guys believing in his offense and his strategy or whatever. But other than that, I don't really want to go through all these head coaching things, but the Jets also hired a new offensive coordinator. He was the old Panthers head coach, John. No, maybe not John. I forget his first name, but it's Reich.
Okay.
Is it Jeff? John? Something like that. But he's going to be the new Jets offensive coordinator.
All right. How do you feel about
Frank? That's what it was. There you go. Frank Reich. I feel okay. Boomer talks him up. They're really good buddies. I think they went to school together. Was it Old Miss that they went to school with? Did he went to school with? Not sure. But anyway, listen, the Jets are the Jets, man. So, hopefully he could do something to get the offensive going. But we still need a quarterback. So, unless we get him a decent quarterback, the offense is still going to be shit anyway. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's really all I got as far as football, unless you got something that you wanna throw out there.
No, I think that's it.
All right, good stuff. Then as far as that goes, we got baseball news. We talked about Cody Bellinger because that happened a few weeks ago. Pitchers and catchers report next week, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it's the 11th for pitchers and catchers and then the 15th for all position players.
That's soon.
Right? It's literally around the corner. Meanwhile, it's 5 degrees outside and baseball's about to come back.
Yeah. It's even I was going to say it's even cold in Florida.
Yeah.
Lately.
Speaking of Florida, or I think it was the Carolinas too, did you see this thing with the iguanas?
No.
So apparently it's so cold down there right now that the iguanas that are down there are freezing up.
Oh, crap.
Right, and they sort of hibernate for a little while to, I guess, conserve energy or whatever it is.
Right, yeah.
But if they stay out in the cold too long, they die.
Yeah.
So I saw this video where there's a guy laying on the street and there's must be 50 iguanas laying on this dude. Just for body heat, I guess. It was wild.
Wow.
Wow.
Good man.
Yeah, and then people are picking them up and they're trying to find warm places to put them, and I'm like, I don't understand why this is such a problem. If you guys don't want these iguanas or lizards to die, can't you just rent out a school arena or something like that and just throw them all in the gym? Because they're saying when they bring them into the houses, these lizards wreck everything because they either bite or scratch.
Yeah.
Everything in the house.
Not their natural environment.
Right, exactly. And I was I get it. I'm why on earth would you bring it into the house? I'm I know they're probably not used to the cold. And I'm not even talking about the lizards. I'm talking about people that live there.
Right.
But when it's this cold, and that's an issue, just think of something off the cuff and just make it happen. You got animal control. You got all these things. Where's PETA in this right now? They're all about saving animals and all this stuff. Go down there or send your branch that's around there and, put them in a building that they won't wreck something. A gym is perfect. You're telling me you can't get a high school basketball gym or something like that or, some area and just throw thousands of lizards in there until it's, warmer out, maybe in a week or two, and then just feed them. And if you need extra heat lamps, you throw on the lights and you throw a couple heat lamps in the corner. That'll be warm enough for them. All you gotta do is get it to 60 degrees. They should be good, Right. I don't know. It wouldn't even cost that much money. How much does a couple heat lamps cost? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw that and immediately when you said Florida was cold, I thought about it. And I was like, holy crap. I guess that was my little mini Ryan's rant for today. But it just was weird to me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, baseball right around the corner. Did you see this World Baseball Classic stuff that's been going on recently?
No, they're doing that again?
Yeah, they're doing it. It's this year. A bunch of guys are playing from the Yankees, some for the Mets.
I guess it would have to be soon, right?
Yeah, I think it starts in the middle of March.
Okay.
And it goes for like a couple weeks, and then.
What do they do that every few years? Or?
I think it's every 4.
Okay.
Maybe. But it was interesting. So, Aroldis Chapman wanted to play for Great Britain. Right. So I'm glad you went like, because everyone knows, and if you didn't, like you would have seen it on his jersey when he was with the Yankees, when they had like player week and the nicknames and all that stuff. Like he's called the Cuban Missile for a reason.
Right.
Right? He was born in Cuba and defected to the United States. But for somehow, they're saying that he's trying to play for Great Britain. Now, I don't know how true it is because I've read conflicting reports. Like someone said it's true that he has some kind of lineage dating back to Great Britain somehow.
Okay.
And then others saying it's false. He just wanted to play and he was like using it as whatever. Like some with Jamaica was involved and they were originally Great Britain controlled or whatever. Such a mess. But I laughed because of he had a really good year last year. He was one of the top closers in baseball. Why isn't the Cuban team asking him to pitch for them? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so strange to me.
Yeah.
And I saw that literally, I want to say, Wednesday? I want to say I saw that Monday, and then I haven't seen anything since about it. So I'm wondering if it was just either some fake news or some AI generated thing. But then I heard the guys on the radio talking about it on Monday. So I'm like, it's got to be somewhat real.
Right.
But it was wild to me.
Huh.
Francisco Lindor was going to play with the Dominican team, but he decided not to play because of insurance reasons. There's a lot of that going around there too, with other players. But yeah, baseball's almost back in our living room soon. So just wanted to touch base on that.
Mets got bolstered the rotation.
Talk to me about it.
Yeah, they picked up Johnny Peralta, the solid pitcher from Milwaukee.
Oh, Freddie.
I mean Freddie.
Yeah. There was a John Peralta, I think, too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was a couple of years ago.
Right. I think a position player or something.
Might have been.
Yeah.
Might have been.
But yeah, so Freddie Peralta from the Brewers. Excited. Kind of wanted them to do this in the past couple of years. To pick up an ace type of arm.
Right.
And they did it. So definitely excited to see what he can bring to the team.
100%, dude. That was like a quick little move the Mets got in there. I wish that I could say the Yankees did something like that recently as well, but they have not. Even though I did hear that they're looking for a right-handed bat that could hit lefties and be like a part-time positional player, obviously, either one of the infield spots or outfield spots, doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And the names that they were talking about was one of them was what is the guy's name? Kruchik or something like that. I forget what team he was on. And also the guy Slater that they traded for last year from the White Sox. He's a free agent. And more recently, they wanted to get back Miggy Andujar, who used to be a Yankee, should have won the Rookie of the Year as a Yankee, but then had a lot of injury issues. He's bounced around the league. He was playing with the Reds last year, and he did, in his limited time playing, he did really well. So I wouldn't be opposed to bringing him back because when I watched him, he was a straight-up hitter. He was making contact all the time. That would be ideal, and he hits lefties. So that would be awesome. But other than that, it looks like just small moves for the Yankees. It doesn't look like there's much more they're really going to do. And yeah, that's really it as far as the baseball thing. Then you have, I wanted to talk basketball for a little bit. I was watching some of the Knicks-Laker game the other day, and
That was Sunday, right?
Yeah, I didn't really realize that the Knicks are on a 7-game win streak.
Oh, okay.
So like they were doing terrible in January.
Right. And I think Brunson had a players only meeting or something.
Did they? That would make sense.
I believe so.
I didn't see that because I really don't pay attention to basketball too much with like the news stuff, unless it's like trade stuff. Like there was a bunch of trades that went down today that half the guys in these trades I don't even know, because like I said, I don't really watch the basketball until the playoffs, because that's really, to me, that's all that matters at this point. Because the games, like you see games, guys go down 20 points, then they go up 20 points, then they're down 15. So like this swing of emotions, I can't deal with it. On top of like the football and the baseball, like it's just too much. So I just follow really the Knicks like from a distance.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I know they were like on a serious losing streak.
Right.
And kudos to them. They won 7 in a row. They're still in second place. They're tied with actually Boston right now for second place. They have the same exact record. But I guess they got the number 2 seed because of one of the tiebreakers, right? And I'm looking here, like it's funny, Boston is pretty much like dead even home or away for their record, and the Knicks are terrible on the road, dude. You know, they're 11 and 12 on the road.
Yeah, not great.
Not great at all. And they are 5.5 games back of the Detroit Pistons, which to me looks like the Cleveland Cavaliers of last year, right? Yeah. Like they came out of nowhere.
A great year, yeah.
You know, and they're having a really good year. But yeah, other than that, like it doesn't look like, I think at one point they were like the front runners for Giannis. Now it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We don't even know if he's actually going to get traded at all because nothing's come down yet. And I want to say the trade deadline ends, is it tomorrow? I want to say it's tomorrow. So, like I said, there was a few trades between teams today. So we'll see what happens with the rest of the trades until tomorrow. But yeah, it's you know, keep winning for the Knicks, right?
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it. That's all I really got for as far as the sports news. I really didn't catch too much. I wish I would have had more for the last 2 weeks, but the storm took over my life a little bit.
I hear you.
You know? As far as the stuff we're watching, I finally finished The Outsider, which is an HBO show from a few years ago.
The Stephen King one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really good.
Right?
Yeah.
And the ending blew my mind. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. You know? It was really well done.
Right.
I'm actually, it's funny that you recognize it as the Stephen King thing because I only saw that because of it. And they said if you like the Stephen King universe, there's all these different things, and I didn't know that was that.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. It's only one season, and Jason Bateman is in. How bad could it be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't in it long, but
right.
You know.
I was gonna say he was in it.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: he's not in it long. I don't want to tell you why. I mean, you probably should have watched it already if you like that kind of like the actors and the stuff. But really good story, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, my friend read the book, and he said it's a great book.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, if the show is half as good as the book, forget about it, you know? Yeah. And there's also another one. I didn't start it yet, so, like, I don't know. But Castle Rock, it's on Netflix as well.
I think I've watched some of it, like, some years back.
Yeah, because it's an older one as well.
Yeah.
And they said that's a show you want to watch. So I think I'm going to start that soon. Right now, I recently just finished The Beast in Me.
Yeah, that was good,
right? Oof.
Yeah, I finished that I think last week.
Yeah, I finished it last week too, like over the weekend, and then that's when I started up some other stuff.
Yeah, that was really good. Ernie recommended that I think as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claire Danes is good, and the guy, I feel like I've seen him in something else too, but he that guy's great in it.
Yeah. 100%. I feel you. Like he looks familiar.
Yeah.
I just don't know what he's been in.
Right.
And I even looked him up, and some of the stuff that he was in, I still didn't recognize. I'm like, I don't think I watched any of this stuff, but he just looks like I would have saw him in passing at some point on one of these shows. Like even if he was like a backup character or whatever it was.
Right.
And then I started. Did you ever watch the show Spartacus on Starz?
No, but I keep seeing like things for it, so I guess it must be good.
So, long story short, they had a show a few years ago. It might have been even longer. It might have been like 5 years ago. And the guy that played Spartacus, it was like Andy Whitfield or something like that, or yeah, Whitfield. He was, first off, they did it on Stars, so it's like bloody. There's like the whole gladiator thing. It's raunchy at times with all this sex stuff or whatever, but like it made sense for the time of the show and the writing and everything like that. It was awesome. Now that guy wound up getting like leukemia and passing away, so then they recasted him 100%. And when I tell you, I'll never watch anything with Spartacus again, and it'll never be even close to as good as he was as Spartacus. Like, I believe that guy was Spartacus. He was so good. Yeah. And I don't, when I first watched it, it was when it first came out, and he was so good. I was like, where did this guy come from, right? And I don't even know if he ever did anything else before that or whatever, but he was amazing. Then they recast him, obviously, because he passed away. Yeah. You know, God bless his soul. And the guy that took over was okay, but Andy Whitfield did such a great job, the show just died after 1 year after that. And it was only 3 seasons. So the reason why they've been showing it, right, is they just came out with a new show with Spartacus, and it's called Spartacus House of Asher. Right. And Asher was one of the gladiators that was with Spartacus. So what they did is they continued the show however many years later with what happened to this guy.
I see.
After everything happened with Spartacus, like, you know, Spartacus wound up dying and whatever. He wound up maybe living or whatever. Like, I'm not going to ruin all this stuff because it's a really good show, especially the first 2 seasons. So now I'm watching this one now, and it's good. Like, I watch it and I enjoy it, and it's only, I think, like 10 episodes, and it just came out like last month. It's done now. Like, I think it came out end of December, like right around Christmas time. Yeah. All 10 episodes are out. It's got its trickery and like thieving and like all this like fighting with the gladiators. So it's got everything the other Spartacus shows has, and there's just a couple little twists here and there about it. But it's pretty damn good, dude. Nice. Pretty damn good.
Cool.
What do you got?
Let's see. Well, we mentioned The Beast in Me, right?
Yes, sir.
I finished The Agency. That was really good.
Right?
Yeah, I like that a lot. I highly recommend that one. Great cast. Just a well done show. Still watching The Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
How's that going?
It's good. It's only 3 episodes in, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's well done. Yeah, it's good. I think you'll definitely like it.
I'm sure.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised. I was gonna ask you, have you watched this?
I needed a little break,
okay.
So I was letting you spin. But yeah, right. You obviously haven't started it yet.
I don't have.
Oh, that's right, Disney. Yeah. I'm almost done with it. It's only 8 episodes. We're talking about Wonder Man because it just came on the TV. What's funny about this, and I didn't know Disney ever did this before. Maybe this is the first time. I can't recall. But they dropped all 8 episodes on the 27th of January.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know because I was going to let it rock because I didn't know how good it was going to be. And like, whatever.
Yeah.
My dad watched it all in like 2 days because they're like half-hour episodes.
Oh, okay.
So like you could literally like just
bang it out
in, you know, a day, 2, whatever, 3. So like I'm 6 episodes in. I only have 2 more left.
Yeah.
And it's good. I don't know much about Wonder Man. My dad hated it. My mom and dad watched it. They didn't like it. Neither one of them liked it, which is telling. But I was like, I didn't really have anything else to watch. I'm like, they're all out already. I don't have to wait 8 weeks for it. Plus, they were so short. So I was like, let me just see. And it's a different kind of show. You know, if you go into it thinking that it's going to be like the Avengers or like one of those kind of movies, even Spider-Man with all this action, it's not like that. I do like how they have King what is it? Ben Kingsley in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's great. Even the guy that's Wonder Man, I forget his name. He's really good in it.
Okay.
It starts off slow, like the first couple episodes are a little slow.
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle of the last 4, so the last 2 were pretty good. Like, you're starting to see like his powers and this, that, and the other thing, and what they're trying to do with the show. And I really think that Disney knew that the show wasn't going to be like a super huge hit like some of these other shows were, where it was more compelling. So I think that's why they threw it all out in one shot, so like you could just watch it.
I see.
And then you'll know like kind of like Wonder Man. That's just my guess.
Right.
And then you'll know Wonder Man is, so that if they throw him in a movie or something like that,
I see.
You have like a backstory, right? But yeah, overall, if you're a Marvel super geek, watch it. If not, you could probably do without it.
Okay.
And I'll give you a little bit more once I finish the 2 episodes, probably tonight.
Yeah, next week.
Just to let you know, like, if you really want to watch it, just watch like the last 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to concern yourself with the first 4.
Okay.
You know. But yeah, that would be my take on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else am I watching? Oh, Black Mirror. I went back to that. I forgot that I hadn't finished the latest season from whenever it
came out like last year.
Last year.
Right.
So yeah, I finished that. That was pretty good. Have you watched that at all?
Some of those episodes are just weird to me.
Yeah,
like
I like the one where it's the video game.
Yeah.
With what do you call it? The guy starts taking LSD and he can understand the characters in the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one. What else? I watched the Chevy Chase documentary.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And
It's pretty good. Obviously, he was in, a lot of big movies. He was a big star. He kind of has a reputation of being an asshole.
Yep.
But is that really surprising?
No.
Because that kind of seems like, his kind of comedy too.
Right.
So yeah, I enjoyed that. I thought it was well done.
How long was it?
I think it's like 2 hours.
Oh wow, okay. It's just one episode, right? Like one. Okay.
Yeah, it was on demand, like CNN. I guess it was on CNN
Okay.
at one point, so it was on demand. I think it might be streaming, maybe on HBO or something like that. But yeah, I thought it was good.
Cool.
What else? Fallout. Still watching that, up to date.
Same.
It's a good season.
Hell yeah.
Looking forward, to the last few episodes. I'm guessing it's got to be like 10 or something, right?
I think it's 8. The first season was 8, so I think we're on 7 came out tonight.
Right.
Like I literally got the notification. I was driving home to come here,
Right.
and it said Fallout is out. So I'm gonna watch that tonight, and I don't know if it's 8 or 10.
Right.
But if they stick with the plan of like from the first season, there's probably only 2 more episodes left.
I see.
After next week, it'll be done.
Yeah, and I think that's it for me. Yeah, I think that's all I've been watching.
Yeah, you clipped me because I was going to talk about Fallout too, but you beat me to it. Yeah, that's all I got as well, to be honest with you. Yeah, not too much. Yeah, that's it. So I guess we're all tapped out here. Before we go, though, do you have a prediction who's going to win this Super Bowl?
Oh, I'll go with the Seahawks, 24-17.
That would be good for the under. And 24-17 Seahawks, huh?
Yeah.
I think I have those numbers somewhere, so that might be good for me too. Yeah, I'm gonna say Seahawks 35, Patriots 31.
All right, a little bit of a higher scoring game. Hoping for the over, I guess.
I am rooting for. I already bet the over, and I'm rooting for the over this time around.
I almost forgot one music selection for this week. We're going to go with Rock Marciano with 656. So that's the pick for this week.
Excellent. And that'll be a wrap for us this week. Everyone enjoy the Super Bowl. And hopefully we'll be back next week to talk to you about how all that went down. And hopefully I have a little bit more money in my pocket.
All right. Enjoy the game, folks. And have a super weekend.
Excellent. Enjoy, guys. Later.